Yo, 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 mi gente. We got Terence Bud Crawford saying that him versus Canelo Alvarez is indeed the biggest fight in boxing currently. Check this out.
Toma, huepa, chacho.
VIC SZN
Pa' que sepa, puñeta.
y cabrones.
You already know what's up. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to all me Latinos worldwide and all my boxing fans worldwide for tuning in once again. If you're a returning viewer, you already know what's up. If you're new to this channel, this is where I like to cover the most latest and greatest fight news while also elaborating my personal thoughts, perspective, ideas, opinions, so on and so forth. While I also allow you guys to comment below so we could, hear your thoughts as well and elaborate a little more so we could pick each other's brains and possibly come up with a conclusion maybe, you know what I'm saying? So if this is the type of content that you believe you'll be into, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to your boy while you at it if you want to stay updated. Thank you. Now, without further ado, let's get right to it. We got Terence Bud Crawford stating that him and Canelo Alvarez is the biggest fight in boxing right now. I'm going to elaborate more afterwards, but first, let's get to the interview.
First, I went to the Canelo Berlanga fight. And then after that, I went to the UFC fight. So it was a pretty busy day.
Let's start with the Canelo fight, the Canelo card. Obviously, you said that put me in coach that you wanted next. First, what did you think of his performance versus Berlanga?
I think he put on a great performance, like he always do. Canelo is Canelo. I think Berlanga put on a tremendous show as well. He showed a lot of heart and grit and determination as well, and that made for a great fight.
You said what you had to say. I don't know if you saw it. Canelo was asked about the live stream that you and Turk did during the fights, and Canelo said no comment. Your reaction to that, and that seems like that you do want this fight now.
Well, I've been wanting to fight,
Yeah, where has the interview been at? Shout out to the interviewer, but come on, who don't want Canelo right now, right? But I'm gonna elaborate more again after this interview.
I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if, this is the biggest fight in boxing today. I feel like this fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. We both come in an era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, and HBO era, that type of era. So I think this fight will be massive.
And you mentioned Floyd. Obviously, Floyd and Manny, a lot of people thought happened way after it should have happened. You guys are both in your prime right now. You guys are both two of the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. This is the biggest fight in boxing right now.
Definitely. And that's what I've been saying. You got two guys, top 3 pound for pound, going head to head with each other. And I understand, Canelo is bigger than me and whatnot, but I'm up for the challenge.
Other than the size difference.
Respect. At least he's not unaware of how, the masses of boxing fans are thinking, right?
For instance, having to put on some weight. What challenges does Canelo pose once you guys get in there?
I don't know. I just think, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of the game.
His Excellency didn't seem as into this in the past, and now last night seems very on board making this happen. What changed on his end?
I'm kind of confused too with that question because if I'm not mistaken, I felt like Turkey been winning that fight as well, so I'm not too sure.
I don't know. You have to ask him. I think it's a very intriguing fight. Canelo and me is the same height. I got longer reach than Canelo. I'm faster than Canelo. But Canelo is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. So we both giving away something, but we both gaining something at the same time.
What do you make of him saying no comment, or was that more him just not wanting to talk about that after his fight?
Well, I don't know. Canelo have his own agenda that he want to handle and fulfill. And I take my hat off to him. He can do whatever he want. So whatever he decide to do is on him. But if he do decide to come the Crawford route, we're gonna be ready.
What did you think of the event at the Sphere, and could this fight potentially happen at Sphere?
Oh man, that event was something crazy. Something that I ain't never seen before. I never even been in the Sphere, and just the scenery and the atmosphere was electrifying. I don't know if a fight of that magnitude can even be held at the Sphere. Like, it's not enough people. I don't think it's big enough. I think it was, history in the making just for last night.
What would be an ideal venue? Are we looking at, somewhere maybe Saudi Arabia, MSG, a huge stadium, Dallas, something like that?
I really couldn't say. I really couldn't say. I hope it's somewhere where, it benefits both parties.
What's the message to one Saul Canelo Alvarez?
Oh, well, it ain't really no message, it's all respect over here, and if, he do decide to come our way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, it won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently. And it'd be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that I step in the ring with.
Shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. All right, let me break this down for y'all the best I could from my perspective, right? Now, I want to give a big shout out again to my guy, Bud Crawford, man. And I got a lot of respect for Bud Crawford because I just like his story. It's crazy because I deal, and I know many of us deal with the same story with, not getting that support we really need from our loved ones. And he dealt with that, and he still made it happen. So that's so inspirational, especially for someone like myself who dealt and sometimes still deal with a lot of lack of support from close and loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Terence Bud Crawford one time for that. Also, I'm not mad at Bud Crawford for wanting Canelo Alvarez because not for nothing, there's a side of me that's like, yes, this does make sense. But then there's another side of me that says, not really. You know what I'm saying? And the side of me that says this does make perfect sense is, the legacy side of things. Seeing an undisputed fighter not even coming up, but coming up in the legacy world, such as Terence Bud Crawford, to challenge another legend that been damn near legend for the last decade. You know what I'm saying? And catch Canelo Alvarez, right? On paper, it's a fight, that seems like it needs to happen once and for all, right? But when we look at the reality of things, a lot of times, this from the other perspective, it's like it's not just an exciting fight. It's not a fight that we're looking forward to so much as far as the entertaining side of things, the entertainment side. You know what I'm saying? And we can't knock Bud Crawford, though, because not for nothing, let's keep it 100, man. Bud Crawford, I even loved how he carried himself in this interview, if you want me to be honest. Giving Canelo Alvarez his credit, while also letting it be known that he believes he'll win, as he should, right? But the reason why I don't really think it'll make the most sense is because we've seen how people perform when they step up in weight. And, in this one in particular being Bud Crawford stepping up from 146 to 154. Now to, skipping 2 more weight classes to go straight into 168 is, crazy. I don't think that's a smart idea for Terence Bud Crawford, but I think it's great for a legacy fight. Now, let's be honest. I don't think there's no other fighter he would want to fight at 168. The reason why he wants to fight Canelo is because Canelo is a legacy fight. But in addition to a legacy fight, let's be honest here, he's a big bag. But, you know, playing the other perspective as well, but at this time, with his type of resume, deserves a big bag. I don't blame him for that. I most certainly wish there was another option for him outside of Canelo that could bring him that same type of money. And I have an idea that I'm about to say right now that I believe might be might be a little out there, might work. I think it's entertaining. I think I would love to see this type of matchup because it says so much, right? There's so much that could let us know if he would be ready for someone like Canelo. And I'm not sure how much time he has left because Bud Crawford is 37 years old. And he don't have much fights left, Obviously, he's 37 and he's done a lot in the sport already. But listen, 37 years old, I think what would be impactful fight would be him versus Edgar the Body Bully Berlanga. You know what I'm saying?
VIC SZN got that flavor.
Tell me not. Think about this. I know a lot of you guys be like, what the hell are you talking about? Bud Crawford will whoop his butt, this, that, and third. But let's be honest here. I don't think he'll have much success because of the size. But if he does, at least we'll know that he could be ready, And it'll be something like styles make fights, we know this, but at least we got something to hold on to say, look how he performed against Berlanga. I think he could take on somebody like Canelo. We can't say that he's too small now. Like, look how good he did with Edgar, if he does do good. But it also lets us know how good Edgar's IQ really is against somebody like Bud Crawford. And I do believe Edgar will be much bigger than Bud Crawford. But Bud Crawford is really wanting the challenge. So I say if he beats Edgar, he goes for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And if Edgar wins, it could probably be a rematch with Canelo, even though I know a lot of us may not want to see that. I think that's the end of that chapter, that book. But we already know that Canelo Alvarez is picking and choosing his fights. And I think the result of this fight has been great. You know what I'm saying? They say the results for the gate is outstanding. And they did decent numbers for the pay-per-views. That's just the rumors going around. So my thing is, for Canelo, I know it might not make sense for a lot of us as fans. But if Edgar Berlanga was to fight Bud Crawford, the winner after that could face Canelo Alvarez, and then that could be, Canelo Alvarez way out. He could fight Bud Crawford, end it with a legacy fight, you know what I'm saying? Or he could have a rematch with the young Edgar Berlanga again, and maybe Edgar could redeem himself. Maybe Canelo can make it look much more convincing, and it could still be another Puerto Rican versus Mexico, which we will appreciate a lot more this time, considering the performance that Edgar Berlanga gave us as well. So that's my take on it. I know there was one thing I did want to mention, and I want to mention this real quick. I know Shakur Stevenson says something too about this topic, and this would kind of rubs me the wrong way with a lot of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean personally, because I don't know them personally, I don't care, but I'm saying just in the sport of boxing and the character that they have that kind of exposes themselves a little bit. When we had Edgar Berlanga lose the fight, we had my guy Shakur Stevenson say a few things, and he said a tweet like, Edgar Berlanga, I guess he did good or something like that, but then he said, now imagine what Bud Crawford, now, you know what I'm saying? But and he's kind of like, you don't know by doing that, you're kind of shaming Edgar at the same time, right? 3, though, he also says all these events, all this shit, all this just told me how much of a problem I'm going to be. But what do you mean by that? Because of how Edgar performed against Canelo Alvarez, and maybe you guys had some back and forth in sparring that you got some success out of, and now you want to expose all this tells me is that how great I'm going to be in the sport of boxing. How does Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo fight show you how great of a boxer? I don't understand. Where's this coming from, right? I'm so confused. So that's just my take on it. I don't really like that side of Shakur. I also got another video dropping with Teofimo Lopez. Like, damn, bro, why you keep... I'm going to get to it. It's going to be boxing, obviously. I'm not going to get into the politics, but this is why the sport of boxing sometimes with fighters could leave a distaste for fans. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get to that in the next video. For now,
Hold up.
this is the universal favorite to fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creation.
Toma, huepa, chacho. Pa que sepa, puñeta.
Let me know in the comments what you thought about this video. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you enjoyed it, I truly appreciate it. But do you believe that someone like Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez would be good? Or would you like to rather see the idea that I had with, you know, Bud Crawford versus Edgar Berlanga, and then the winner possibly sets up a match with Canelo Alvarez? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. But before you do, don't hesitate to drop a little something in my cash app. Don't worry. Got to make sure to bless you with that cash back. Amen. While you at it, find that like button, smash that, subscribe to my channel, past that. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you can bring that ass back. And that's that. Listen, I hope you guys liked that new intro. You know what I'm saying? If you hung around this long for me to ask you how much you like that new intro, you know, I had to do it for my Mexican brothers and sisters because, you know, I promised y'all, a lot of y'all follow me, a lot of y'all love my channel, and I show a lot of Latino love. And somebody was like, man, you gotta include something for us too, man. And you know, I was like, you know, let's do something. So I hope you guys like the introduction, and maybe I'll end it with it right now.
Toma, huepa, chacho.
VIC SZN. VIC SZN.
Pa que sepa, puñeta.
Y cabrones.
I know y'all like that. One more time because it was stuttering, but one more time and then I promise we're done.
Toma, huepa, chacho.
VIC SZN. VIC SZN.
Pa que sepa, puñeta.
Y cabrones.
Hey, how y'all thought? What y'all thought about that? Let me know in the comments too what you think about that. But you already know what's up. I love y'all. Make sure to stick around and come back again, cause
VIC SZN got that flavor.
we out. Toma.